right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our next matchup of the night. We've had a back-to-back uh, game deciding games here. Game 3 and then Game 5. It's kind of weird. I wanted to say back-to-back Game 5s, but they weren't back-to-back Game 5 speed. It was Game 3, then a Game 5, but we've got all the content here on this one. Happy to have you back in the booth here as we're going to be moving to the Prospect League, which is set to be an absolute banger.
It really is. You know, our resident league here, Rockerman, as you decided to finally drop down from Chally and join the Prospect League. And, you know, you get to watch your fellow Eastern All-Stars. You're part of that. You were represented in from the power ranking and commentator selection. Obviously, you won't be joining them tonight as you're streaming and casting this one. But you know, it's sure to be a good one. Your teammates out there, Hunzer, alongside Gallium and Kosh, all very, very good players, taking on the what was it? How did someone say it? The Warpers or something like that. The Warhawks Vipers, as they were, you know, two Warhawks, two Vipers players selected here, as we got Brad and Hypnotiiic from the Vipers playing with Luckyy here for the West.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup. We're going to get this one going right away because we're running a little bit behind. But yeah, a lot of great players in here. We got the Eastern All-Stars with Kosh, Gallium, and Hunzer on that blue side. And in the West here with BradMcSnapWrap, Hypnotiiic, and Luckyy. And yeah, you mentioned it. Someone brought this up too, which I thought was a crazy point, is that all the players here, not only were they on the two teams for the West, but they're all the same division. The entire Eastern Conference was that Central Division, and then that Western Conference, that would be the Pacific Division, I believe, for that one, for the Vipers, and my memory serves correctly. But yeah, it's a crazy statistic there. We got a lot of great players here in the lobby with some great seasons. Definitely, I would say there's some MVP and first team all prospect contenders in here, Speed. And you know, I'm curious, who are you looking out for? Who do you want to see do really well here tonight?
I mean, this is just unfortunate, right, Rockerman? We got finally the first night of casters of the night where we're actually on opposite, you know, divisions. We're both GMs here, so I got to go with the West. I got my boys in the purple. I'm sure you're rocking with your boys in the blue here. But you know, I got to stick with, you know, the Mountain Division, and
Okay,
I got to correct you on that. We
Thank
don't like the stinky Pacific Division. The Mountain Division, as you know, that's my resident home as well. You know, and obviously your Central Division, which is your boys are representing you well over here. So this is definitely going to be a good one. But I'm going to have to stick with the Western Conference Mountain Division.
Yeah, fair enough. I knew something was wrong when I started saying Pacific, and then I couldn't picture it in my head. So I appreciate the correction there. And yeah, we will see if this Mountain Division can put in some work. One quick shout out as the series is going on. Didn't get to do it at the last one, but shout out Dr. Shadow coming back for 14 months. Congrats on the big win in that Game 5 in that Novice League matchup and that last one. And as we get this one underway, we're looking at slightly a little bit different than what we saw in that novice one. As this one shot towards that, Hunter going to make a great save on the goal line, able to put that one away. But it's a little bit of a different game here, Speed, as you know, the novice matchup. A lot of goals were scored in that one, and right now we're past it halfway, and we have 0 goals.
Yeah, and I honestly, with the firepower that, you know, these 6 players have, I honestly don't expect it to be a high scoring, just because, yes, they have a lot of, you know, mechanics and offensive firepower, but they're also all really solid defensive players as well. They make some crazy saves. We've already seen a couple come out. So I definitely expect this to be a low scoring, you know, offensive affair where, you know, someone's going to have to pull off something that you don't necessarily see in the prospect every day. Couple double flip resets coming out for you know, a potential game winner.
Oh yeah, there are mechanics across the pitch, I will say for sure. And you know, as we move up throughout the night here, the more mechanics we will be able to see here as we move up to Challenger, Rival, and Titan. And so far, we're looking to see some more mechanics here in this game one. We want to see some clips. That's what the All-Star match is about. Obviously, you want to win for your conference, Speed, but you want to have a little bit of fun doing it here. And we're still waiting to see that first goal, as this one is shot towards net. Kosh got to make this touch. He is able to clear that one off to the side, but Hypnotiiic He's sending it right back in this one across the midfield with Hunzer. A great touch to get up to that one. And this one sent back into the west corner. Luckyy on the backboard. Going to collect that back boost there, trying to take it up. But Gallium going to block him. As this one now sent down, and a minute remaining here in this one, and still Speed, no goals to be scored. It's a battle of the defensive firepower, if you will.
Yeah, great defense here, and I definitely see this one, potentially going 0-0, going to overtime. And, I know we want to try to get back on schedule. We would like some quick games. We'd like some, maybe a sweep to come in, even though it's not great for contact. But, for your sake, who has a long night ahead of you, Rockerman, I think this one could potentially be, another a 4-minute overtime as well at 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we're just waiting to see if someone's going to break through. As Kosh just able to get that one by. A great demo on the backside, almost open up space for the West to strike first, but the East is going to hold strong as Hypnotiiic going to get a nice double tap off the backboard. This one sent up high by Luckyy. Brad is going to get up to this one, pushing it down. Gallium got to make this touch off to the side. Hunzer going to pop it up, looking for Kosh there, able to send it down. As Kosh taking into the corner, this one out of the midfield, it's dropping down, but it's going to touch the ground, and we do have overtime here in game one. And Speed, with how this game one has been going here, I'm liking what I'm seeing for both these teams. A lot of times we might not see as cohesive of a roster here, but I feel like these two teams have been really connected so far.
Yeah, each team has 3 shots. Each team has 3 saves. So, there's a lot of good midfield defense going on, and the shots, they've been great shots, but they've been even better saves as the West trying to get something happen as Hypnotiiic gets the pinch. It's going to come back to him in the corner. The net is kind of open. Going to go over Kosh. Luckyy, can he get the touch? No, but that one is going to bounce in, and Hypnotiiic is going to seal game number 1 here for the West.
Yeah, just a bouncer here, and Kosh, he's there, but he just doesn't have quite enough boost to get up to that one. And that is an unfortunate way for game one to end, but the West are going to happily take that one. The first goal is just going to bounce its way in and lead to a game one victory, and really a very, very close game there in game number one. Speed, both these teams, I mean, really, it seemed like it was bound to be one mistake to end it there.
Yeah, it really was. And I wouldn't even necessarily say it was, that bad of a mistake. Hypnotiiic made a great choice of a soft bounce shot. Those are very hard to read. You think someone's going to hit it hard. You end up hitting it soft, and it just kind of goes over Kosh, and no one quite there for the back post for his Eastern team. And, that one's going to just squeak in. And Luckyy tried to make sure it was there. He did block any, possible save attempt if someone was there, but Gallium looking to get this one started early for the East, get some momentum back, and, a completely different start. We had a 30-40 second overtime in game one, and now we have a goal in the first 3 seconds, Rockerman.
Yeah, it took a full game and then some for the East to finally get one in, and yeah, the exact opposite of game number one here. This first goal scored off the kickoff in game number 2. So the East trying to battle back here a little bit. A tough one from a tough game one there, but they're looking to bounce back here, and that first goal is going to lead to it. Is Hypnotiiic going to send that one off his own backboard? A little bit dangerous. Is this one popping up here? The East not quite choosing to go here. Hunzer going to try to drop it down. Luckyy going to find a 50, send this one up high. Gallium looking to find a touch here into the corner. He does, but here comes Hypnotiiic pushing this one up high. Kosh going to get up to this one, sending it off to the side. Hunzer not quite going to touch it. Going to leave that one for Kosh, and he's going to send it back in as this one drops down. Kosh going to get it by one. Going to pinch it across the midfield. Luckyy, though, he found a demo on Hunzer, erasing the shooter here. And there have been a couple of good demos so far. Is this one playing towards the net? Kosh going to have to get back last minute. Great save on the goal line from him. But Speed, there's been some good demos, as it's been mostly a stalemate. So you got to try to find a way to break through.
Yeah, you really do here. And Luckyy's trying to make something happen. Kosh, not a lot of boost. Tries to go for the demo attempt, but no, Gallium's going to send this one on, but it's going to get sent back in. Kosh, again, not a lot of boost. Playing a 50. Hypnotiiic's going to send this one back into the other corner. Gallium choosing not to push super hard and give Luckyy space, which can be dangerous, but Luckyy unable to make something happen for that. And the East is going to clear this one away, but we're seeing an issue here where Kosh is having trouble getting boost. He does steal that boost there on the western end, but you're really going to need to have some boost here if you're Kosh in the East, if you really want to, continue to withstand this, a massive pressure that this Western All-Stars team can put on you.
Yeah, they can put on some great pressure if they've got the boost. Is that one a big miss on both fronts there? Not going to quite find its way on target. Kosh trying to get this one over the top of the ball. Midfield Hunzer gonna dive through for that one. Gallium, he's sending in on that one. And Hunzer gonna have to try to make a stop, but this one still could be dangerous. But a demo is gonna buy just a little bit more time as the East is gonna survive. But yeah, that boost can be so crucial, especially you talked about Luckyy, a very mechanical player, needs his boost there to make things happen. And right now he's been able to get that boost there in game number 1, and now he's pushing this one in game number 2. This ball floating off the backboard. No shot going to come through. This one's sent up down. Hunzer looking for the redirect, but he doesn't need it. It's just going to go on target. Kosh with a long distance snipe.
That's a beautiful shot there by Kosh, realizing that Brad was pushed up a little too bit. Hypnotiiic was trying to cut down that midfield pressure, and that he just had to throw this one up over the top, and he does. He's able to snipe that one in. He's able to give himself and his teammates here on the East a little bit of a cushion here, as you know, they go up 2-0 halfway through this game. But yeah, the biggest thing here is, you know, if you're the East, is don't let Luckyy get going. I think Luckyy is honestly probably the most mechanical player here in Prospect. I know he's had some time off. He was out on vacation. He's just coming back into things. But, you know, this is the perfect setting for him to, you know, get back into the flow of things. It's a very fast-paced game, which usually bodes well for him.
Yeah, and he's been pretty solid so far. Had a great season, obviously on the Warhawks, one of the top teams in Prospect this season, and he's been a huge reason why. And he's looking to try to lead the West here to a victory. This one popped up. Kosh looking for the dunk there, but could not quite find it. Hunzer gonna try to jump up, but Luckyy is there. Gallium with a little fake challenge. This one sent towards the net. He's gonna pump Luckyy out of the way with the ball. Coming back across Gallium. Oh my goodness. On the goal line, he comes through with the squishy save. And what a play by Gallium to put that one out.
Yeah, honestly, Gallium, his defense in this series has been insane, as the passing plays looking to come out here from the West, trying to get something going. They're gonna have to get more into the passing plays, because these straight up shots are easily being read here by Gallium and his friends, as Luckyy gets a good 50 there. It's gonna get past one, but Gallium is back. He's gonna eat this one up, clear it, give it a little time and space. Now Kosh, plenty of boost to work with. Soft touch to himself. Back to the backboard. Can he get another pass out? No, but Hunzer's there. Gallium is there. Can he put this one on? No, and that one's going to go wide, as we're going to hit the final minute here, and the East is still up 2-0.
Yeah, East holding on to this lead. They're trying to add to it. Here comes Hunzer looking for it, but Hypnotiiic, a great save on the goal line there. As now Luckyy looking to take it up, but Gallium going to challenge him early. And that's really how you beat a mechanical player, is challenge him early there, like Gallium just did. Able to push that one away. Hypnotiiic gonna send this one up high. Gallium, not a lot of boost, gonna leave this one for Hunzer, who's gonna find a big clear, but not quite on target. He's trying to jump up to this one, looking to come through, but BradMcSnapWrap just back in time. Kosh coming back around though. He's gonna fire that one in, and the East add another one to their ledger.
Yeah, on the backs of Kosh having 2 goals, 1 save, and Gallium with 1 goal and 2 big saves. You know, definitely that save there that Gallium had about a minute ago is definitely huge. Keeping that one, you know, a 2-goal lead for them, and, you know, really giving them this, you know, freedom to really just put the pressure down and not worry about making a mistake, as they had that extra goal life. And now 20 seconds remaining here. It does look like the East is going to, you know, tie this series up, as Luckyy's trying to make something happen last minute. Gets 1 to go. Brad can't get over that one, and he's going to send that one to the backboard, and now the East going to clear this one away and definitely solidify this game number 2. As a beautiful shot attempt comes out by Gallium and Hunzer.
Yeah, that one almost found the back of the net, and you got to respect him for going for it. It is an all-star match. It's competitive, but it's fun here on the all-star night, so good on them to try to go for that, especially up there. Couldn't quite connect, but they will connect with a big win there, 3-0 in that one speed. And really the East looked like they kind of found some stuff there. The West had their opportunities, but the East capitalized when they had the chance, and, you know, locked down on the defensive end.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, I really think that, you know, this is gonna be a defensive series. We did see the East put up 3, but I think that's just because the West was feeling a little confident after, you know, that game 1 overtime, and then, you know, East came out, scored early, and then they were just kind of playing on that back foot where they know it's going to be a low-scoring affair, where they were trying to make something happen, and they just weren't able to do so. And the East just kept their foot down hard on the pedal, kept it going as Hypnotiiic trying to get something going. But no, that's going to be a miss in the middle. Hunzer puts this one on just high, can't get to it as the bump comes out by Brad, saving that goal there.
Yeah, that one is an opportunity for the East there to capitalize. Unfortunately, not quite able to get through, and a great bump, like you mentioned, from Brad to push that attacker off of that ball. Is Luckyy, he's up there off the backboard, going to take control. Doesn't have a lot of boost, but still finds a flip reset, and Gallium going to put that one around. Kosh going to take it to the corner. This one dropped down the midfield. Hunzer looking to send that one up. Oh, tried to find Gallium off the ceiling there. It was just floating, but a big denial by the West, who's coming back, attacking. This one dropping down, going to fly off the ceiling. As Hunzer looking to send that one down. Maybe looking for Kosh out there. Kosh gonna get back to that one, but a big demo on the backside. Brad taking out Gallium, trying to turn it. That one can be hit off the backboard. Luckyy trying to follow it up there, off the backboard again. Here comes Brad. He's gonna hit it off the post there. That one a big opportunity for the West, but they cannot connect speed, and we're gonna stay tied at 0.
Yeah, we're staying tied at 0, but the thing that's scaring me here, if you're the East, is Luckyy's really trying to get Mecca. We've seen him pull out a flip reset. He came down for the ceiling shot just not too long after. Can he make this save there? No. Gallium's going to squeeze that one in. And again, the offensive pressure here coming out from the East, a big demo there by your teammate Hunzer, and gives Gallium just enough room to be able to slot that one in.
Yeah, and that's what Hunzer can do. A lot of people might not have seen that side of him this season just from our play style and what we have to do, and where I fall into that equation on that first man front. But Hunzer, he can get some demos off for sure. I think he was one of the tops in demos last season in prospect league. So he can find those demos, and Gallium, that man knows how to finish, and he did right there. Able to put that one in the back of the net here and give the East the lead again here in a game number 3. But the West looking to strike back. Hypnotiiic off the backboard. Can he find a double? He does, but right on top of Kosh. This one pushed out Gallium, a little pre-flip coming through, gonna get it by one, looking to stay with it, gonna send it off the corner. This one gonna pop up high. Hunzer trying to get to that one, but that one, a moon ball, unable to quite connect to that one there. As a demo comes through, and speed the West still looking to try to find that offense in here. The East, though, they have had some really great clears. Is this one gonna be shot towards the net? Kosh reading it off the backboard, or off the sidewall, excuse me. He sends it in, and the East add to their lead.
And that's just great positioning there by Kosh. Not a lot of boost, but you don't need boost if you're going to be in the right spot, and he was in the right spot. Throws this one on net. Very, very great play there by Kosh. And now West, again, find themselves in a 2-0 deficit. They still have half the game to go, but this East team is just really firing up as Kosh and Hunzer try to connect yet again. But no, that one's going to get denied away. And now Luckyy sending this one down, but not well. It doesn't have a lot of boost. Hunzer's going to keep this pressure in, and the East's pressure right now is just immense as Kosh trying to get another one, and that one's going to get denied though.
Yeah, that one, another one getting fired towards that West end right now. And you mentioned the East had some great pressure. Brad trying to get that by Hunzer, but Hunzer able to get that touch. Here comes Gallium diving in, gonna find a 50, can't quite get back down to it. Luckyy off the corner, finding another one. This ball popping up by Hunzer, trying to get to it, gonna get a dunk, but Brad with a solid 50 able to get that one away. Hunzer gonna take control, not a lot of boost, gonna try to take it underneath, finds one as Luckyy sends that one out, but only as far as Kosh, who puts that one up high. And still ball in the West zone. This one, Brad gonna find a touch, the ball popping up. Hunzer gotta connect with this one, he does, but Brad able to send it back down, looking for Luckyy, who's gonna pop it over the top. Kosh can't get to it. What a shot by Luckyy, able to flick it over the defense.
Way to get something going here for the West. Brad sending it down. Luckyy, great mechanical player, able to read that, get the perfect touch just to keep that under the crossbar and give this Western team life, keeping them within one now with 1:30 to go. Way less stressful as Hypnotiiic gonna get a good kickoff there, but right back to Hunzer as Luckyy's gonna try to 50 him early here.
Yeah, that one was a great one there by the West to find that one in. And now this match suddenly looking a lot more winnable. That 1-goal deficit gives them a chance all the way down to 0 seconds here. As this one, a dive coming through. Luckyy gonna push this one up high, trying to stay with it. Can he find a touch? Gallium gonna beat him off the backboard though. This one off the corner. The West trying to go through it. That one gonna be sent a little bit wide, and now the East getting a little bit suffocated down their end. That one popping a pie, but the West, they're close in the midfield here. Hunzer, we're gonna find a breakthrough. Brad drops it down in the corner. Looking to stay with this one, but not a lot of boost. Kosh gonna get it by one. A bump gonna come through. Here comes Gallium. Gonna pop it over one himself, but this one attacked by Luckyy. Hunzer sent this one up high. He's looking for the demo there, trying to find the ball. He's dropping down in the midfield. No one there yet. Here comes Gallium trying to find something. He's pushing it across, but not going to quite be able to put that one in. Here comes Hunzer off the backboard. The net is open. Kosh, can he put it in? No, he can't. Hypnotiiic was there. This one going to go off the post. Kosh is there again, but it's not going to go. That one, a couple of huge opportunities here. Now the West trying to counterattack. Here comes Luckyy, going to throw that one up high. A demo comes through. Hunzer is going to send it away. My goodness, some chaos here in the final seconds here. And now regulation nearing a close. Can we find one more? The West gonna have to push for it. This one sent all the way down. Brad gonna hit it off his backboard. Can they counterattack? Hypnotiiic send it down towards Gallium. Here comes Luckyy off the corner. Can he keep it up? He cannot. And the East are gonna hold on, but my goodness, Speed, what a crazy final minute right there.
Crazy. Both teams threatening, trying to, West trying to tie it up, East trying to just secure the bag, give themselves that last minute, last second, 2-goal lead. And the East, they are going to take game number 3. They are going to go up 2-1 in the series. Now, as we saw here in the Novice League, West leads all time in this prospect matchup as well, 8-3. And, East are in the position to, knock that, to only 8-4 at the end of the season here with a win here in game number 4. We really need to try to see the West step up. I really think we need to see Luckyy, out of all players on this West roster, really try to pull out some mechanics, get these East players to bite early and open up some space for Brad and Hypnotiiic.
Yeah, definitely. Luckyy's got to be that catalyst here. And yeah, not only is this, match speed important for that all-time standings, like you mentioned, the East trying to bring it back from that big deficit, but the all-time series, or the nightly series here for season 12 is tied at 1 apiece, with the West taking that GM showdown and the East taking that last novice one. And Gallium, he's looking to be the one to take this one for the East.
And this East team firing on all cylinders. Hunzer, great 50 there, hard touch, beats 2 defenders, and Gallium, very fast player, able to read that ahead of time, gets to that back post and just has a free net. As now, again, West is on their heels. They need to find a way to get something going here, as Gallium looking with his speed to get another one, but that one is going to be denied.
Yeah, that one, the East really just attacking. Is that one going to be pushed over by Kosh? Hunzer trying to read it. But yeah, that East attacking early, and that can really put you in a little bit of a pickle here in a long series here when you're down so many times. As this one, a great touch over the top. The net is open. Can Hunter try to turn that one? No, not quite. Luckyy gonna be able to push that one off to the side. But yeah, being down in a series can really do a lot on your mental, as Luckyy is trying to send that one on net. Not quite. It's floating back. Hunzer, he's gonna make the touch there as Kosh demoed Luckyy to open up just a little bit more space to clear that one away. As we are on Forbidden Temple, the East trying to close this one out. Oh my goodness, that one almost dunked across and dunked through, but not quite able to, as Gallium again gonna find that 50 here. Brad popping this one up, looking to stay with it, but Kosh, he's right on top of it, able to send that one in. I can just snag that boost. Hunzer gonna find that touch. Luckyy send it down. Just Gallium back there. Boost grab. Hypnotiiic coming through, but denied away. The East defense again continues to stand strong. Speed, like you kind of mentioned, it's still there, but maybe a real bit of caster's curse there, as the defense only held for so long before Luckyy breaks through.
Yeah, and that's just great perseverance there by Brad. Not a lot of boost, but just trying to make something happen. They have nothing to lose at this point. They were down a goal. They're down in the series, and Luckyy there at the lucky time, someone would say, because Brad just managed to 50 that one through. But now Luckyy, plenty of boost, but no, he's gonna get pre-jumped early from Gallium and shut that offensive solo play right down.
Yeah, that one was a big denial. I don't think almost anyone is ready for that one, myself included. Hunzer, you also saw he was up as well, not quite ready for that one. And that one's a great one. Here comes BradMcSnapWrap off the pass in the midfield, gonna slam it home.
And that is the teammate duo right there. Hypnotiiic, Brad. Hypnotiiic, great pass out. Hunzer unable to get to that one, not having a lot of boost, and Brad's just going to sneak that one in. They are going to go up now in this game, and this is the life we've been waiting for. They're finally starting to realize that those passing plays is what they need to break down this East defense.
As Gallium trying to answer back with a flip reset, but yeah, those passing plays are definitely something we're looking out for. And you know, that BradMcSnapWrap, Hypnotiiic, that Vipers combo there, two teammates playing together in this one, like we saw in the last one with the Beard and Shadow. Definitely something to watch out for here, as the East, they are all members of that Central Division, but none of them are on the same team here. We got Blackhawks, Hypernova, and Origin representation, and so far they did look like the more put together team here. Is this one dropping down a little bit awkward? Hunzer gonna try to keep it in, but this one sent off to the side, off the backboard. Kosh is floating, looking for the 50. It's dropping down. Gallium, he doesn't have a lot of boost. Kosh was looking for the demo, as both of them go for the boost. That one almost gonna find its way through, but Luckyy able to get back there just in time here, as we've got 2 minutes remaining here, speed in this one. And the West, they're holding on to their lead, looking to see if they can send us to another deciding game.
Yeah, and you know, I hope for, you know, content's sake that the West are able to hold on to this one. They're starting to look a lot better offensively. They're looking for those passes, as Luckyy looking for that one, but unable to get that one through, as Brad's gonna make a great touch here, but straight to Hunzer. That net is open, but no, Brad races back, and now Lucky's gonna clear this one away. Gallium is back with low boost. Brad's already up. He's gonna not read that one, but it's not gonna hurt him, as no one on the East is threatening right away.
Yeah, this one gonna be popped up. Hunzer just gonna take it to the corner. This one shot back towards net. Hunter, he's gonna get back, but another follow-up is gonna ring off the post there. The East panicking a little bit there, as this one popped up high. Not a lot of boost from anyone. Hunzer, he is gonna make the touch somehow, some way. The East is able to get that one away. Only a minute remaining here. They gotta try to find another one. Hunzer looking for a big 50. Trying to put this one up high. The ball out of the midfield. Kosh can't quite connect to it. Gallium trying to race to it. Not a lot of boost to his name. He's gonna back up. He's going to try to jump high. Hypnotiiic looking for a 50. This one off the sidewall. Could be popped up, but a big bump by Hypnotiiic on Hunzer. And this one's sent down and denied away here. Gallium trying to get up. He doesn't have a lot of boost. He's trying to find someone there, but Hunzer not quite ready to get up to that one, as it's pushed across. And final 30 seconds here of this game number 4. The East going to have to look for a miracle. Otherwise, we could be sending it to a game number 5. As this one off the sidewall. Kosh thought about it. Gonna wait just a little bit too long, allowing Hypnotiiic to get to that one. Hunzer gonna find a touch, but this one still in the corner. Boost is snagged. The East gonna have to try to make it back. This one off the corner there. And Kosh just able to get out, but last attack now for the East. Otherwise, we would be seeing a game 5. Gallium, he's going to send it down. This ball is floating up. BradMcSnapWrap tries to find a touch. It's still dropping down there. Kosh tries to send it in, but instead it's going to be denied away. The West hold on, and we've got another game 5 speed here in these all-star matches.
And we love it. You know, best of the best for a reason. Yes, West, you know, had, you know, pretty poor performance there in game 2 and game number 3, but they're able to battle back here in game number 4. Force this game number 5. You know, BradMcSnapWrap, his ping's going crazy right now, but you know, clearly it wasn't affecting him, or you know, it's just here late in this game. But you know, that's definitely something to look forward to, as he definitely was, you know, a spark there on that Western team for that deciding game 4 win. So we'll see if how his ping is looking here early on in this game number 5. But yes, game number 5 yet again, deciding game, all the marbles on the line. You know, as we stated, West all time in this prospect all-star series. You know, tonight the West and East are tied at 1-1. So, you know, this is huge, not only for, you know, your individual, but just for the nightly performance for your conference.
Yeah, definitely. So a lot on the line. These players trying to represent for their conferences, trying to start things out. It's 1-1 on the night here. GM Showdown went the way of the West. The novice match went the way of the East in game 5, and we've got another game 5 here in the Prospect League, as Kosh looking to take this one. Going to try to pop it up, forcing a double commit. Gallium might have an opportunity here. He's going to send it down. Hypnotiiic is going to make the touch, able to push it wide, as Kosh pushing this one towards the net. It's just going to be off the post. 2 players go here. Is there a follow-up? Hunzer trying to take it around, but not quite able to find that one on target. As here comes Gallium looking to send that one in. It's off the side wall, but another save comes through from the West here. As this one out of the midfield, Hunzer is going to be bumped off the backboard. Kosh, he's going to make a touch. Gallium trying to get up to that one. A 50 comes through. It's still floating up. The West is trying to find that suffocating offense that they had. And so far, Speed, they've been able to find it, and no goals have been scored. Kind of looking back like we saw early on.
Yeah, this is looking like game number one. Both teams having great offensive pressure, but also having great defensive pressure. And, you know, this is going to be a low-scoring game, I think, as, you know, they're both warmed up. They're both locked in. They want to win for their conferences. And, you know, we're now 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes left to go here as Gallium, great opportunity, does pre-flip into that one, and that's a beautiful pass by Kosh to beat over 2 defenders.
Yeah, and Kosh able to get it over the top, and Gallium just says, thank you very much. I'll turn right around and throw that one in the net there. A great setup there, in the East are going to be the ones to strike first into that game number 5. And I always mention it, Speed, but you always want to start first in that game 5. The series is all tied up. You just want that quick early edge, and Gallium is trying to give it to him, and he will find a second.
Gallium, the man on Hypernova, is trying to will this Eastern Prospect team to a game 5 victory here, putting 2 goals in the last 10 seconds here to put his Eastern team up 2-0. As we've seen, goals have come very, very slimly here in this series. So those 2 goals are huge, as Hunzer is going to put in another one, as the West just a little slow to react to this floater.
Yeah, that one just a little bit awkward. I think Luckyy maybe thought that Brad was going to get up to that one, but instead it's going to be Hunzer putting that one in here in game 5, up by 3. And really the momentum all in favor of the East right now, and the West are going to have to try to find some sort of way here, Speed, to battle back. Still a lot of time remaining, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is. And you know, they've had a little bit of disconnect here throughout the series. We're seeing it a little bit back in this game number 5, and they really need to start getting on the same page again. We've seen a little bit of double commits, as this ball is going to get beat by Hunzer. This one's going to be on target. No, it's wide, but Gallium is there to put this one in, and Gallium with a hat trick, and there's still still over 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, great ball coming up there on that one by Hunzer, and Gallium just comes through, finds the Hattie here in game 5, in the East kind of turning it on a little bit here in this 5th and final game here, as now Hunzer is up looking to find a pinch on that one. Can't quite. This one floating in the midfield. Kosh not getting able to put that one home. But yeah, Speed, with half the game left right now, the West are really going to need just a boatload of pressure here to try to bring this one back.
Gallium is just demolishing this ball. He's carrying it all the way around his net. He's beating defenders left and right. He is on fire in this game number 5, but a great shot comes out here by Brad. Not able to beat on target. Hypnotiiic putting this one on Brad, trying to put this one back middle. Hypnotiiic keeping this one alive. Can Luckyy get there and make something happen? No, he's going to give a little space here, but he does end up getting that ball middle. Great demo. Brad's there, and he's going to put this one away, and he's going to give this Western team life. 2 minutes to go. Plenty of time for this 3-goal deficit.
Yeah, plenty of time for sure, as a massive demo is just going to erase the defense there, allowing for an easy shot. And yeah, going to cut the deficit down to 3. And that is a lot more doable than it was just a moment ago. As this one is sent back into the corner here, Hunzer gonna push that one out, but Luckyy all over that one, going off the ceiling. Oh my goodness, he's trying to find the angle, but not quite able to put it on target. But he's trying to turn back to this one, can't quite, and that one would have been a highlight reel play if he was able to connect, but unfortunately he was not able to, as this one sent back in. The West now really trying to turn up their pressure. Hunzer gonna look to push it down, trying to play the time game, but this one sent back. Gallium got to get up to it. He does, but only so far as the ceiling, as that one, a big commit in the midfield. 2 of the West members are gonna jump for that one. Hunzer gonna pop it up, gonna push it down the midfield. Here comes Kosh trying to get to it. He's looking to send it towards the net, but Luckyy is back just in time. And now, right now, Speed, with a minute and 15 seconds remaining here, the West, they are still in desperate need of some quick goals.
Yeah, they are. They're going to have to start sending the whole cavalry out. It's Luckyy he's trying to make something happen, but no, he's not able to. Now, they hit the final minute mark here, and this Eastern defense is just eating up every attack that they have. They are not giving them boost. They're not giving them good, solid opportunities. They're getting one shot that's wide and done. As Gallium's trying to put this one on, saved away by Brad, as now we have 45 seconds left to go in this game number 5.
Yeah, it's all coming down to this. The West need a little bit more pressure here. Hypnotiiic's trying to be the one there, but a save comes off the backboard. Here comes Luckyy trying to send it in, but oh my goodness, Gallium off the backboard, but only, oh my goodness, he does it again! And that one's saved away. Oh my goodness, a defensive masterclass by Gallium to go on with his offensive performance as the East are looking to close out this game 5, Speed.
Yeah, that was crazy. Not only did Gallium have an amazing save, but that pre-jump that Brad had, he was able to keep himself floating. Luckyy throws it back into him, and Gallium still manages to read it and just be able to pre-flip back into it as the clock is ticking down. The final seconds are going to come down, and it does look like the East is going to secure themselves a Game 5 victory here, 4-1, and they are going to cut that deficit on the all-time prospect match history for the All-Stars, and they're going to put the East up 2-1 tonight for this All-Star night.
Wow, what a what a series right there, Speed. Another great one right there, going the distance all the way to game number 5. And I mean, all these players playing fantastically in that series. I mean, they sure gave us some content, Speed, to say the least right there, as they just played exceptionally well. I mean, you can't even really say that any one player played bad. It was a great series to watch from the All-Stars.
Yeah, it really was. It was great. I congratulations to all you fellow prospect team members who made it out there. Great performance. I am very proud and happy of all of you. Sad the East won, but Rockerman, we are still running behind here, so I'm not gonna chit chat too much longer, and I will let you send us away to another little break and get this night rolling.
Yeah, so that is gonna wrap it up. Like Speed said, we gotta keep things moving along here, as we are gonna be heading over to the Challenger League up next here, which is gonna be another great one to watch. So make sure you guys are sticking around for that one. We are gonna head to that short break, but when we come back, we got some Challenger League action. Challenger All Stars. Can they keep the best of? Or can they keep the game deciding games going here? Can we see another Game 5? We're gonna have to find out here. Stick around, and we'll see you guys in a few.